wherever some woman rose to a certain level of consciousness, we said, oh, she's like Parvati. There's so many all over the country there are so many whom we refer to as Gauri, Parvati, Kali, this, that. These are all different people who rose. One is Gauri, she's fair. Another's Kali, she's dark. One is pretty and beautiful. Another tongue hanging out and like this. Both are equally worshipped. Hello? Because at that time, they were doing what was needed in that given society. We are not defining them because of their actions. She's carrying the head of a man who's just been beheaded. You think you need this woman? Now, you're in Mumbai and you know the whole controversy right now going on about Kali. I know the controversy is of political nature, but now that Kali is in picture, let me tell you what Kali means. Kali means she's time. All those skulls around her neck, I want you to understand the present imagery of Kali, of being fierce and the queen of the battles and chopping off demons' heads and all this, is only approximately 14 to 1500 years old. But Kali worship has been there for many, many millennia. So these are more recent images, and in the last 2-3 centuries, she's become more of a benevolent mother and all these things. I think these are all external influences which have happened, but essentially Kali means time. Ultimately, your skull also will hang on her mala one day, because she is time. She is Mahakali. And because of that, time is always dancing away, never stopping, isn't it? You can stop your watch if you want, but time won't stop. Only Americans have the habit of turning 1 hour forward, backward once a year. Otherwise, it's always running away. Once I did time travel, see, I'm not an ordinary man. Oh, worldwide they're waiting, the Guru will say something wise, but I'm fooling around. Because that is the wisdom of life, that you don't get so bloody serious about your existence. Fool around a little bit, huh? No, the boys are understanding fooling around differently. I'm not talking about that. With yourself, make a fool of yourself because you are a bloody fool. You're sitting on this tiny little mud ball which you call as planet Earth in the middle of nowhere, and how many things you think about yourself and how significant you become when you're just a speck. Both in terms of space and time, you occupy just a speck of this cosmos. So Kali represents both time and space. The word Kali means… Kala means time, Kala also means emptiness, or Kali also means emptiness or space. So there is only one term in yoga for both time and space because we don't see it differently. It's modern intellect which is trying to see it like this. Because there is space, because there is point A and point B, it takes time to travel this distance. Why don't you see it this way? Because there is time, there is a possibility of point A and point B. I'm saying you can go on doing chicken and egg business with it. So we don't see it as different. You can go on arguing, which is first, time first or space first, chicken first or egg first. This has been going on. The wisdom of life is like this. One day, Shankaran Pillai, it was a reunion of their college people after many years, 15, 20 years later. So they all went to a big restaurant where all the friends were, when they reunion, they have to speak loudly. Hello? Because within 10 minutes, half of them will be nearly drunk. You have to speak very loudly to get your so-called friends that you don't see each other for 15 years, but you're best of friends, all right? So others were busy talking and drinking, and Shankaran Pillai, everybody ordered all kinds of food. Shankaran Pillai just waiting for the food, he's hungry. He's not interested in the conversation because he knows when he was in college also they spoke no sense. Now, nonsense matures. Yes. See, you listen to your teenage children, they're kuchu 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 kuchu, they're going. You think, what nonsense are they talking like this non-stop? But they listen to your conversations and say, this is dumb nonsense. Because they see their nonsense is matured. Nothing really big change happened. Same thing, taking on different forms. So, Shankaran Pillai just sat there waiting for food. Then this debate came off. Is chicken first or egg first? Big argument happening among all these people, almost fighting over it. Then somebody poked Shankaran Pillai in the rib. Hey, what is this? You're just sitting there, what do you think? Does chicken come first or egg come first? Shankaran Pillai looked like this and said, whichever they ordered first will come. So, Mr. Prakash, Kali, time is killing you. Don't ever think you can kill time. What you're saying is, there is nothing you can do about time. You cannot use time, you cannot kill time. You can make use of yourself or you can kill yourself. This you can do.
I have a question related to Devi, Devi Parvati actually. So in the ancient scriptures, we've learned that Devi Parvati has been incarnated in various forms like Kanya Kumari or Malsa or Matsya Kanya.
No. Kanya Kumari is a South Indian woman.
Okay. So… yeah, so
Parvati is from Himalayas. You know what it means? Parvati means the daughter of Parvat.
No, Parvati, yeah.
She is from Himalayas. Kanya Kumari is a South Indian woman.
So, I was just curious to know, what do they mean when they say a divine feminine energy is incarnated in the human form again? Can you please elaborate? What exactly does it mean? Yeah, thank you.
You have to change your definition of the divine because you've been overly influenced by outside cultures where they're always thinking divine means, it'll come like this. Most of the time pictures are shown where sun rays are shown as divine coming down, okay? You must understand, this is a culture which always saw divine as evolution of a human being. You attain to a status of being divine by evolving to a certain level of perception, wisdom, experience and grace. It's not something that descends from heaven. It is something that grows here. Why do you think I'm wasting my time with you, my life with you? Hoping we will grow a garden of divine. All of you clapping, you think I'm wasting my time. Make sure I don't waste my time, okay? Because divine is an evolution. When you see, this is why I was in United States a few years ago, and a journalist asking me, Sadhguru, there are so many people in Eastern cultures who are evolved human consciousness, they're represented consciousness. Who would you think in the Western world is a prominent name like that? Without batting an eyelid, I said, Charles Darwin. I said, what? He's a biologist. It doesn't matter. He sees that life can evolve into higher and higher possibilities. This is all spiritual process is. Right now it doesn't matter, you may be just a lump of flesh, but you can evolve. If you're willing, consciously you can evolve into a higher possibility. So, here, divine is an evolution of individual human being. It's not a descendance from somewhere. Nobody descends from anywhere. Everybody is normal birth. It's important. It's very important that everybody is normal birth means we have accepted the woman's biology as it is. This is very important for our evolution. Hello? Is it not? It's very, very important we accept at least the biology. If you do not accept the biology the way it is, then there's no room for evolution, isn't it? So, if you change the definition of divine in your mind, that it is a possibility in your life. It is not something that's going to come from somewhere. If it has to come from within you. If you understand this, then this question is not so relevant. So in that sense, wherever some woman rose to a certain level of consciousness, we said, oh, she is like Parvati. There are so many all over the country there are so many whom we refer to as Gauri, Parvati, Kali, this, that. These are all different people who rose, but they were not in characteristic all the same. See, everybody who rises within themselves need not behave the same way as today we have made a constipated expression of what a saint should be like. All right? But look back and see, when people got enlightened, when people rose in their consciousness, each one behaved as it was needed for that given society. Some of them fought battles. Hello? Some of them fought battles, some people just sat down and blessed people, some people did other kind of work. Everyone did what was needed. Now, I'm asking you a simple question. If you are very conscious within yourself, you have no compulsions of your own, what would you do? Would you just do this, or just meditate, just do something, or would you do what is needed on the day? That's all. So save soil is needed, it's not my project. Hello? It's just needed, that's all. So do not judge them by their expression or their looks. One is Gauri, she's fair. Another is Kali, she's dark. One is pretty and beautiful. Another tongue hanging out and like this, both are equally worshipped. Hello? Because at that time, they were doing what was needed in that given society. We are not defining them because of their actions. She's carrying the head of a man who's just been beheaded. You think you need this woman? You don't need that woman today, but at that moment, she was needed. So, this is something that you have to come to. You do not either define your life or somebody else's life by the actions that they perform, because actions are only relevant to the times in which you exist. It's got nothing to do with me or you. Maybe you have become so identified with things that you do. See, the thing is right now, if I do yoga, they say he's a yogi. If I ride a motorcycle, they say, oh, he's a motorcyclist. If I hit a ball, they say he's a golfer. If I go a trek, oh, he's a trekker. If I fly an airplane, they say he's an aviator. You're going on identifying with the actions that one performs. Actions are as relevant to the given situation and the times in which we exist, isn't it? Actions have nothing to do. If you're truly conscious, actions have got nothing to do with this one. Right now, if you're performing actions to become something, then actions have something to do with you. Now, you are doing some activity and that is what makes you who you are. Then you get identified with activity. That is not the nature of one who is conscious. Actions don't decide who I am or who anybody is. Actions are determined by the situations we exist right now. So you must redefine the divine in your mind, that divine is not something that comes and drops from somewhere. Divine has to be grown here, nowhere else it can be grown. It doesn't grow on the trees, it has to grow here.